Let's go there. Hello there and welcome to yet another amazing video recording series where we're going to be taking a look at the RSK paper review for all the papers we handle here on this particular channel in this week 36, a purple coupon week where games are going to be played between the 11th and the 12th of March 2023. I remain your host Raymond Engineer. In our last video we actually took our time to analyze the RSK paper for the special advanced fixtures where I gifted out some reliable systems there that are projecting some reliable bankers, some reliable pace, and as well some reliable naps and winning lines, okay, for your winning pleasure. And all the sequences we actually aligned there will be discussed in details in our observation corner video. So if you did not actually see that video, kindly revert back to the previous recordings which are dropped in this particular channel that has to do with the RSK paper review for the special advanced fixture and go through the video to get a glimpse of what we actually discussed there. Okay, so sorry for actually doing this video this late. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to be dropping this video before midnight. So sorry because I had a very busy day, so that is why I'm actually doing it late. So let's dive straight into the business of today. But before we do that, if you are new to this channel or you're just seeing videos on this channel for the first time and you actually love what we do here on this particular channel and you want to go a long way to appreciate us, we're not requesting for money. Okay, all we're requesting for is for you to click on that subscription button to get subscribed to our channel if you're yet to subscribe, and also don't forget to click on that notification icon to get notified whenever we drop a brand new video recording series just like this for your viewing pleasure. Okay, having subscribed already, kindly click on that like button to like our video. Starting with this very one, click on the share button to share this video and all the other videos on this channel to all your social media handles. Let more people get to discover our channel and also stand a chance to benefit from the freebies we gift out here on a weekly basis. Lastly, make use of the comment section to drop your comments on whatever you feel we should add or remove from a subsequent video recording series. This will go a long way to help us improve on the quality of videos we do for you guys here on this particular channel, because your interest is our utmost priority. Okay, having done that, let's dive into the first paper for today, which has to do with the Bob Morton International paper. And on the Bob Morton International paper here, we have a series of settings that has actually come to stay. Here on page 1, we have a setting that actually projected our premium pay last week, which actually gifted us 1/2 full-time draws from there. And we also are going to be using that particular sequence for our premium pay this week from the NAP column. So if you didn't go through my premium pay alternative video last week, kindly go through it to discover that particular setting, and I all await our premium pay video for the week. Okay, that is it on the page 1. And on page 1 here, we didn't really have any other setting that has come to stay, so we proceed to page 2. On page 2 of this particular paper, we have a setting on the Super 6 column. And on this particular Super 6 column, we have a setting that states that whenever you add the individual digits of the double number here on the first pay column, and it gives you a result which is the other number that is still on that column, then the two numbers are projected for a very reliable pay. And here this week we have number 3 and number 12 as the first pay there. So if you add number 1 plus 2, it gives us 3, and 3 is being placed here. So between 3 and 12, one of them is going to give us a full-time draw with a correct score, 1-1 correct score. So we cannot precisely tell which one is going to play, but I'm going to give you a clue on which one we are actually picking from these two numbers in our observation corner video. And we also have another setting that projects the number of this fortune box as a full-time dead game with a correct score. We're going to be revealing that in our dead game series. Okay, having seen that, we also have a setting that states that the three numbers here at the cannot draw dead games column is expected to be 1/3 full-time draw. That means that one of these three numbers is going to pick a draw while the other two are actually going to fail. Okay, on the cartoon box section here, we have a write-up that says that with major changes expected at the club. We don't really understand what this means, but let's see how it goes. Where we have two players with numbers number 8 and number 42 here. We're going to look into that as well and give you detailed explanation in our observation corner video. Okay, on page 3 we didn't really have a setting. that has come to stay in as at the time of doing this video recording series. So we'll be proceeding to the next page of this paper, which has to do with page 4. And on page 4 we don't really have any setting that has come to stay, so we move to the next paper of today without wasting time. Here we have capital international paper, and on capital international paper we have a lot of settings that has actually come to stay. Starting from page 1, here we have the setting that states that whenever on the draws and most likely at column we have the numbers that are marked X on the first number and also on the last number here, then this particular column is projected to give us a winning line, at least 3 or 4 full-time draws from here. Okay, I'm going to actually tell you which one is going to be picking a draw there, because we have 2 that are very reliable from here. We're going to discuss that in our observation corner video. On this particular page as well, we also have another setting on current and up to date, which states that last week whenever any number here from the 2 numbers here are being repeated as SBK on the triple chance jackpot frame, which we had number 39 last week, then the 2 numbers they are projected for a very reliable pair, which 39 was repeated and it actually picked a draw. And this after that particular current week, which that setting actually comes up the following week, then we have a setting based on calculation to give us a very reliable draw from that particular position as well. So we're going to discuss that as well in our observation corner video. On page 3 of this particular paper, we have a sequence that states that on the cartoon box section here, which is giving out a write-up which says that get off me, you are asking for trouble. Now the respondent is actually saying you've been warned. Okay, so we have number 11 here. Number 11 here, can it actually draw from this write-up? That is what we're going to look into, and I'll give you details in our observation corner video. On page 4 of this particular paper, we actually went through it and we didn't really have a setting, except for this particular one where we have the expert 1 to X review, where we have number 16 and number 32 here. If you calculate 16 times 2 is going to give you 32. So one of these 2 numbers are projected for a very reliable pair. Now how we got 16 and 32, all you need to do is come down to where you have question mark here. There are only 2 question marks on this particular column, and we have a question mark at number 16, and if you come to 32 we also have another question mark there. So that is how we got the 2 numbers here. So they are being projected from that sequence to be a very reliable pair. Okay, on soccer research paper here, which is our next paper for today, we have a setting that states that on the unlocking numbers here, whenever you have the individual digits of the number below or the number above, and it gives you a result which is the number above or below, then those 2 numbers are projected for a very reliable pair. We have 21 here. 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 is being placed on top of 21. So between 3 and 21, one of them is going to pick a full-time draw. Okay, on page 2 of this particular paper, we actually went through it, and as at the time of this video recording series, we didn't really find a setting that has come to stay, except for the cartoon box column, which is actually stating that it comes with a write-up that said that don't stop it, Agas Johnson was hit to splutter in the background while struggling to his laughter. Is this laughter? Can't really see that. Then on the right hand side here we have oh no, not again, and we have a write-up that follows up. It said reduced to tears, the pair were barely able to I can't really see here. Is it talk for several minutes? Okay, take for several minutes. Now, and also there's a response here. How did he do it? So from this write-up, is clearly stating that these 2 numbers on the player's number, which is number I think 37 and number 5, one of it is going to pick a full-time draw. So we're going to look into that and pick the one that is best for this week and gift it out to you guys. Okay, we also have on page 3 of this particular paper a setting that actually the 2/2 full-time draw. I gave out this setting in our observation corner video, which states that whenever a number on banker box column here is being repeated at the right hand side of the two numbers at league tables, okay, on page 3 of soccer, then the two numbers at the right hand side of league tables will pick a draw. It's actually playing on a play fail sequence. So we know why he didn't play in the previous week, that is before last week, and we knew why it played 2/2 last week. Last week it was actually number 22 here. 22 was placed here, and we had 6 and 22 picking 2/2 full-time draws. Okay, away from that, the last page here, at the time of this video recording series, on page 4 of soccer here, we only found one setting that has actually come to stay, and the setting of full list number 39 and 40 being family series. Whenever that happens, then the two numbers are being projected for a very reliable pair, and it comes with 5/5 full-time draws and 2 dead games. So we're going to discuss that in our observation corner video. And the next paper on our list has to do with the right on football fixtures. Page 2 here we have the Spats Gazette column gifting us a very reliable pair, number 20 and 17 for 1 or 2 full-time draws. So if you actually have been following that paper, kindly make use of it if you actually see it to come out to be a draw. So on page 1 we actually went through it. We didn't really find any reliable settings at the time of doing this video recording series. So that will be all for our video recording series for today on the RSK paper reviews for all the papers we handle on here on this particular channel. If you actually loved our video and you want to get a long way to keep receiving this kind of video content, kindly click on that subscription button to get subscribed to our channel. Click on the like button to like our videos. Click on that share button to share it to all your social media handles. And lastly, make use of the comment section to drop your comments on whatever you feel we should add or remove from a subsequent video recording series. This should go a long way to help us improve on the quality of videos we render for you guys. Thank you, and do have a lovely day. Bye for now.